Canada faces a critical decision. Its air defense strategy hangs in the balance. For decades, Canada has been a steadfast ally of the United States. It has participated in joint defense initiatives, including NORAD. The Royal Canadian Air Force has flown American-made aircraft. Now Canada must choose how it will protect its skies in the 21st century. The decision is fraught with complexity. It involves political considerations, it involves economic realities, and it involves the future of Canada's place in the world. Canada's current fighter jet fleet, the CF-18 Hornets, is aging. These aircraft are nearing the end of their service life. A replacement is urgently needed. The question is, which aircraft will it be? The obvious answer for many years seemed to be the F-35 Lightning II. This fifth-generation fighter, developed by Lockheed Martin, promised cutting-edge technology and unrivaled capabilities. Canada joined the F-35 program in 2002. However, the path to acquisition has been anything but smooth. The F-35 program has been plagued by delays and cost overruns. Concerns have also been raised about the aircraft's technical complexity and maintenance requirements. These issues have led to a re-evaluation of the F-35's suitability for Canada's needs. The changing geopolitical landscape has also prompted a reassessment of Canada's defense priorities. In this context, European fighter jets have emerged as viable alternatives. These aircraft offer a compelling mix of capability, affordability, and strategic autonomy. Canada must now weigh the pros and cons of each option. It must decide whether to proceed with the F-35 or chart a new course with a European partner. The F-35 program held immense promise. It represented a leap forward in military aviation technology. The F-35, with its stealth capabilities, advanced sensors, and integrated systems, was marketed as the ultimate multi-role fighter. It could evade enemy radar, gather intelligence, and engage targets with unprecedented precision. For Canada, joining the F-35 program was seen as a way to maintain interoperability with its closest ally. The United States, along with other NATO partners, was heavily invested in the F-35. The initial decision to join the F-35 program was made in 2002 under the Liberal government of Jean Chrétien. At the time, the program was in its early stages. The full extent of its challenges and costs was not yet apparent. The Conservative government of Stephen Harper reaffirmed Canada's commitment to the F-35 in 2010. This decision was made despite growing concerns about the program. The allure of the F-35's advanced capabilities was strong. The Royal Canadian Air Force saw the F-35 as the only aircraft that could meet Canada's future defense needs. The F-35's stealth technology in particular was seen as essential for operating in contested airspace. The F-35's ability to share real-time data with other platforms was also highly valued. This capability was seen as crucial for enhancing situational awareness and coordinating operations with allies. However, as the years passed, the F-35 program encountered significant hurdles. Development delays and technical challenges led to soaring costs. The initial purchase price of the aircraft was only a fraction of the total lifecycle cost. Maintenance and sustainment expenses were projected to be astronomical. These unforeseen costs put a strain on defense budgets. They raised questions about the long-term affordability of the F-35. The F-35 program's escalating costs became a major point of contention. What was initially touted as a cost-effective solution turned into a financial black hole. The program was plagued by delays. Technical glitches and design flaws required costly redesigns and retrofits. The F-35's software in particular proved to be a major headache. The aircraft's complex computer systems required constant updates and debugging. These issues led to delays in testing and production. Maintenance costs also spiraled out of control. The F-35's sophisticated technology required specialized equipment and highly trained personnel. The aircraft's low availability rates further exacerbated the problem. The F-35 spent more time in maintenance hangars than it did in the air. This situation raised serious doubts about the aircraft's operational readiness. The Canadian government came under increasing pressure to justify its continued investment in the F-35 program. Opposition parties criticized the government for its handling of the procurement process. They argued that the F-35 was too expensive, too complex, and not the right fit for Canada's needs. Public opinion also shifted. Canadians questioned the wisdom of spending billions of dollars on a single weapons system. They argued that the money could be better spent on social programs or other priorities. The F-35's maintenance woes were not limited to cost. The aircraft's reliance on a global supply chain posed logistical challenges. Parts had to be sourced from multiple countries. This dependence on foreign suppliers raised concerns about Canada's ability to maintain its F-35 fleet independently. The F-35 program coincided with a period of heightened trade tensions between Canada and the United States. The Trump administration's America First policies and imposition of tariffs on Canadian goods strained relations. These tensions spilled over into the defense sector. Concerns grew about Canada's reliance on the United States for critical military equipment. The F-35 software in particular became a point of contention. The aircraft's operating system was heavily reliant on code developed in the United States. This dependence raised fears about potential U.S. control over Canada's F-35 fleet. Some experts argued that the United States could, in theory, disable Canada's F-35S remotely. This possibility, however remote, was unacceptable to many Canadians. The issue of technological sovereignty gained prominence. Canada, like many other countries, sought to maintain a degree of independence in its defense capabilities. The F-35 program, with its heavy reliance on U.S. technology, seemed to undermine this objective. Canada risked becoming beholden to the United States for the maintenance and operation of its most important military asset. The pursuit of alternative fighter jet options was driven, in part, by a desire to diversify Canada's defense industrial base. By partnering with European manufacturers, Canada could reduce its dependence on the United States. It could also gain access to new technologies and expertise. This diversification would make Canada a more resilient and self-reliant defense partner. The F-35 program's challenges, coupled with the evolving geopolitical landscape, forced Canada to re-evaluate its defense priorities. The old assumptions that had underpinned Canada's defense posture were no longer valid. A new approach was needed, one that balanced Canada's close relationship with the United States with its desire for greater autonomy and control over its own destiny. Now let's turn our attention to Europe. European defense manufacturers offer a range of advanced fighter jets, each with its own unique capabilities and advantages. These alternatives are not just competitive, but also bring a different set of strategic partnerships to the table. Comparing the leading contenders, we see a diverse array of technologies and capabilities. Each option has its strengths and weaknesses, from avionics to weaponry, and from range to maneuverability. Understanding these differences is crucial for making an informed decision. One of the most challenging aspects of defense procurement is balancing international alliances with national autonomy. Choosing a supplier is not just about the aircraft, it's also about the political and strategic implications. Canada must weigh these factors carefully to ensure its long-term security and independence. And so, Canada faces a strategic dilemma. With numerous options on the table, the decision is far from straightforward. Each potential choice comes with its own set of benefits and trade-offs, making this a critical moment for the nation's defense strategy. The path forward will shape Canada's military capabilities for decades to come.